right, good morning everyone. I'm going to make a quick video on some of the common problems with the 17 through 19 6.7 PowerStrokes. I know that the 11 through 16s had issues with turbos, and you know, there's some specific problems with these motors depending on which generation of PowerStroke you buy. So I'm just gonna do mine, and these are ones that I have experienced or I am worried about. So there may be something I missed. If I missed a problem or issue that one of you guys have had, drop a comment below and let me know. I'm here to learn as much as you guys are, but I also want to share my experiences. All right, so number one issue and something I'm concerned about on my truck is the emissions equipment, both the EGR, the DPF, SCR. There's tons of stories of people getting them plugged, having check engine lights and codes thrown, having those array of sensors underneath that are, you know, going bad and that cost an arm and a leg to fix. You know, it's frustrating, it's annoying, but unfortunately it's the world we live in, and you can combat some of those issues with additives and other things to make sure your truck is running correctly. Probably the number one failure point in the newer 6.7 PowerStrokes is the CP4 pump. Now, S&S and Stanodyne just released a new, I believe it's a DCR pump that's supposed to be a drop-in replacement for the CP4. They have tons of videos on that, so you can go check them out. But the CP4 is definitely one of the largest failure points, and that kind of goes along with having a high-pressure fuel system. So, you know, the pump's not very robust. We don't have a lot of lubricity in the diesel fuel we're putting in our trucks because it's the ultra low sulfur diesel. So if you get, you know, bad quality diesel at a fill up, or water in your fuel, or, you know, any number of contaminants that could cause the lubricity of the fuel to dip by just enough, the pump will grenade itself and send metal fragments through your entire fuel system. And I already did a video on this, but it doesn't hurt to revisit it again. Talking about the front end. So forward front ends are notorious for getting death wobble. The ball joints are piss poor quality, so you really should check your front end. That is a big failure point on these trucks, something that's going to go bad, you know, before 100,000 miles. It went bad on mine before 100,000 miles. Check your front end. It will go bad at some point, and you're going to have loose steering components. That's just how it goes. All right, and the last problem in these trucks that you should really keep an eye on is the upper oil pan, or the lower oil pan for that matter. So the truck's warming up right now, so if I crawl under there, it'll be kind of hard to see, but essentially you should, when you're doing your oil changes, you should crawl under the front part of the motor in your truck and look to see if there's any oil drips. It just seeps, and it's because the gasket wasn't sealed correctly in the factory. So get under there, take a look. I'll show a clip to, you know, again, right, like I was getting oil on my front sway bar, so like look at your sway bar, look at your drag link, and just see where the oil's coming from. And you can take it to Ford if it's, you know, with under 100,000 miles, you know, they'll definitely fix it. I know it's a warranty item, so definitely check and make sure that, you know, they didn't screw you over with a piss poor factory gasket. All right, guys, well, that's about it. Those are some of the common problems I've experienced with these trucks. I'm about to go get coffee. The truck is currently at 91,488 for miles, so I'm stoked. It's getting up there. Yeah, just, you know, check things. Check your front end, check for oil leaks, put good fuel in your truck, get disaster prevention kits. If I missed anything again, leave a comment below. Obviously, I'm not a mechanic, I'm an enthusiast. I like my truck, and I'm trying to share my experiences with other owners so you can catch these maintenance items, because American manufacturing isn't what it used to be, and there's a lot of problems. So anyway, have a good week, and we'll see you in the next video.